Good morning, children. Welcome back. Today we are going to see the last part of our chapter 3, that is the earth and its living world. In this video we are going to see that how does the rain falls, that is your water cycle. Even we are going to see the biosphere, that how hydrosphere, lithosphere and atmosphere together constitutes biosphere. And in the biosphere we find varieties of living things, that are plants, animals, birds, human beings and so on. So let's move on to the explanation part of the lesson. Moving on to the next part is that how does it rain? We know that water is present on the earth's surface. So evaporation of water takes place continuously because of the presence of sun's heat. Water that has percolated in the ground, that is seep into the ground, that is also getting evaporated because of the heat of the sun, and it enters from the ground surface into the earth's atmosphere. As the water vapor is lighter than the air, it rises high up into the atmosphere, that is continuous evaporation from the oceans, lakes and streams, groundwater is there. And as it goes higher, it cools and condenses, that is forming very fine droplets of water. It gets collected into the cloud, forming very fine droplets of water. These droplets are so small and light that they float in the atmosphere forming clouds. That is, the rainwater flows into rills, streams, rivers, and finally they are moving to the bigger water bodies, that are seas or oceans. You know that water is present in the form of ice also. We have studied previously that water is present in the form of ice. So the such ice that is present in the snow-covered regions also melt due to the heat of the sun. We know that glaciers are there and icebergs are there. They are melting down because of the heat of sun. And when they become in the form of water, they flow into the rivers. So finally these water also getting connected to the water bodies, other bigger water bodies like rivers, seas or oceans. So the process of evaporation, condensation and precipitation, that is your rainfall, go in a continuous cycle. Just take an example when you ride a bicycle. You know for riding a bicycle you require concentration, and that concentration comes when you pedal your bicycle with your legs. When you pedal your bicycle and hold the handle, your wheel starts moving and it takes you ahead. It takes you further from where you are standing, moving from your position. So these wheels help you to move. So as these wheels are moving continuously, so your bicycle is riding. In the same way, the cycle of nature also requires a continuous movement. A continuous cycle is required. So that is called as cycle of nature. So this evaporation, condensation and precipitation together forms a water cycle in the nature. We know that there are innumerable variety of living things on the earth. That is, they are present in the atmosphere, they are present in the hydrosphere, they are present in the lithosphere. Depending on the things that are available in these spheres, they together form the biosphere. We all are aware that there are wide varieties of regions on the Earth's surface. As per the climatic conditions, regions may differ. So we can find variety of regions on the Earth's surface. At some places you will find that the areas are always covered with snow or ice. Whereas on the other hand you can find regions with hot climate. Here the climate may be warm. Cool climate may not be there or it may be very rare. At some places you find mountains, on the other hand you find plains also. In some regions you will find maximum amount of rainfall. Heavy rainfall is there. So these are the places where you receive heavy rain. On the other hand, you find at some places dry deserts are there where the amount or the availability of water is very rare. You will not find more amount of water, or rainfall may also not be there. So, as per the region, the animals and plants are available. On the other hand, you will find that there are oceans. Oceans are the biggest water bodies on the earth's surface. The water of the ocean is salty. On the other hand, you have fresh water bodies also, like lakes and rivers. The water available in such water bodies are fresh, that is being used for drinking purpose. The ocean is shallow near the coast, but they are away from the coastline. The oceans can be several kilometers deep, that is, they can be several kilometers deep. You cannot imagine. If you might have seen on Discovery Channel, they are showing that how the sea divers are there. They are doing the research work about the marine life. They provide us information about the marine life. It's not possible for everyone to do the same thing. So the information is being shown on such channels, informative channels like National Geographic, History channels, Discovery channels, where you get wide variety of information about different places and even water bodies. We all are aware that human beings as well as animals requires shelters to live. Human beings live in houses, in buildings and so on. Whereas animals, as per their requirements, they live in their shelter. So, different animals are found in different regions where they are living in the shelter as per their requirement. In the same way, plants are also available in different regions as per their availability, as per the seasonal change. Polar bear is seen only in the snowbound polar regions. That is, they are found in the snowy regions where the climate is cool. Why? Because polar bears are having heavy fur on their body. The thick fur is there, and they can survive only in the cold climatic region. That is why polar bears are always seen in the snowy areas. Next ones are zebras. They are found in Africa. Then are your kangaroos. They are found in Australia. Elephants and lions are found in regions of hot climate. Why? Because the food availability and the amount of water they require for their survival is only available in the hot climatic region. So, these animals are not found in any other region. They will be found only in the hot climatic regions. You know that we have seen different animals. So their availability is as per the climatic conditions. They are available in these regions as per the climatic conditions. In the same way, we find varieties of plants in different regions. So they are also available as per the climatic conditions. So plant in all these different regions also show a great variety. And that is the characteristic, that is why it makes different. You know that plants are available as per the regions. We can see areas like forest areas are there, deciduous areas are there, marshy areas are there. These are the different types of areas, the forest, where you will find variety of plants. Many different kinds of plants, animals and microorganisms are found everywhere on the earth. That is, on land, in the water or in the air. So, these all things, that is all the living things exist in lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. And these three together spheres constitutes biosphere. They also interact with these spheres, and this living world constitutes with the biosphere. They all are interconnected to each other, and this together forms the biosphere. So children, we have studied in this video that how rainfall occurs and what is the process of water cycle. Even we have studied about biosphere, that how plants and animals exist in different spheres on the earth as per the availability of climatic conditions. I hope you have understood the lesson. We'll be meeting in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a good day.